At long last, welcome back to Let's Play Kaizo Mario World. Last time we finished the game, and this time we're tackling these special levels. This first level has some very interesting techniques required. You have to basically use randomly generated fish. Okay, first you have to hit the block, and also then land on a randomly generated fish jumping out of the water, and everything has ice physics. That's the best way to describe this level. Everything has ice physics, which is not fun. Not easy. Even basic blocks have ice physics. Literally everything has ice physics. So that's the most imperative thing in this level to keep in mind, that everything has ice physics. Even though these look like regular blocks, they are not regular blocks, so be careful. Now, I'm not actually, now that I think about it, I don't think this platform has ice physics. I don't remember. This is actually being post-commentated, by the way. I decided that because of, well, a certain level, that maybe I should post-commentate because of how hard this one level is. A certain level, I think most people who are familiar with this game will be able to guess. Also, you need the shell. If you lose the shell, you have to restart, basically. You have to keep the shell. Also, all the turrets, not turrets, bullet bill launchers have ice physics. So yes, that is definitely the trend of this level. It's a very short level though. Like this is already the end of the level, in case you were wondering. It takes forever to make it past here though, but yes, this is indeed the end. And that fish was just perfectly timed. Can ask for better luck. And here I tried to do a trick where I tried to back up and go over there to try to despawn the charge and chuck, but it didn't work. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna charge it and hope for the best. It's one of those really tight jumps where you have to kind of curve into it, because if you hit the block, that'll kill your momentum. So yeah, you have to kind of curve into it. I have no clue how I survived that part. This part is actually kind of a surprise. You have to actually land on a bullet bill. Just hold right, basically, and you should make it. And there's no tricks. Just glitchy music notes. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom. So I should get back to this. The reason why this project is taking so long is because I want to do a bunch of other projects and save this one video for a rainy day, basically. And because Animal Crossing is kind of on break right now, I thought, why the heck not? And here is the second special stage, which is often considered to be the most famous special stage, if you know nothing about Kaizo Mario. If you do know stuff about the Let's Play community, you may know about this level. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, it's kind of famous. You'll know why in a little bit, because this part takes forever. Fair warning, this part takes a very long time. Ironically, I have more trouble on this than all the hard stuff. Like, comparably, this is actually easy, and yet I do not have a problem with this. With the later stuff. I have a problem with this part. It's bizarre how that works, but that's just how I operate a lot in games. It's always the tough stuff that always trips me up. Never the easy things. Not that this is easy by any means, but this is frankly not a place where people get stuck, is what I'm trying to say. People get stuck, like, at other parts of the level. Okay. So yeah, this is pretty tedious. Not as tedious as some parts. I got rid of the hammer bro thing. Oh, I forgot to make a save. Well, I got rid of the hammer bro thing, and then basically had to deal with the charge and chuck throwing baseballs. I don't know if that's still called a charge and chuck. I don't really know. Super Mario World really isn't my favorite, so I'm not really familiar with the enemy names. So, you can defeat this dude, or I think you can just drop straight down if you so desire. I tried to basically spin jump off the pokey to land on, okay, that was weird. Yeah, ROMs aren't exactly well programmed most of the time. Since it's not being played on the intended system, it can be a little buggy. That was good luck there. I forgot you cannot actually do that. You have to spin jump off the Sumo Bro, I think is what they're called. And this is the famous part. I'm not going to say the famous quote, just in case you're wanting to know. Yes, you want to spin jump on the right side of Poki's head to get him to move faster. I make save point right there just because, well, I don't really want to do this entire section all over again. And then try to spin jump off at the earliest possible frame, which frankly doesn't work. Doesn't work too well. I would recommend going fast in this level because you only have 100 seconds, and also there's barely any time to spare. I would actually be curious to see a speedrun or a task of this because it's a very tight time window. And for those who do not know, a task stands for Tool Assisted Speedrun. Oddly enough, the R in speedrun is not its own letter, but tasker wouldn't sound very good, to be honest. So for some reason, this charge and chuck, I think, is notorious for giving people difficulties. I seem to recall a lot of Let's Plays I've seen having trouble getting that guy to jump, so here you just jump straight down. Don't even try. Also, you want to be doing time checks. You want to have a good 30 seconds at this point, because this part kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Or at least by the time you get to the Koopa, like a good 20 seconds. That was totally accidental. It would have been really cool, but it didn't work. This was also unintentionally cool. I did not have any intention of taking out the Hammer Bro that easily, but it just worked out. Also, I actually made that jump first try, and actually do this part first try. I have no clue how. No joke. I have no clue how I did that first try. Just that entire end part of it was just so smooth. I have no clue. I could probably never do that again because that was just a brilliant run of the final part of the level. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but again, the fact I didn't have to like reload at that point, but I died so much in the beginning. It's like accumulation of RNG basically. This is actually. You may notice a difference in lives, and that's because this is actually I screwed up and accidentally saved as I was dying, so I had to redo the level. I cut out the entirety of that part because you don't need to see a whole level just fail. This time you need to use the fishing boo to navigate a maze not a maze. Here you want to face away to get the blocks to move. I thought you could just run, but I didn't have enough speed. So I just jumped, and I totally clipped through the flame a few times because, again, ROMs are not the most solid programs in the world. And then you have the ghost dinos. I do not know what they're called. I think that's where I died on the first run through, and then I accidentally saved as I was dying because I thought I cleared the chompers, munchers, whatever the heck they're called. I honestly don't remember. And yeah, you have to go low because of the little ghost dinos whose names I still can't remember. Oh no, this level isn't actually that bad, it's just tedious, I'd say. If you're good at spin jumping, it's not that bad. The big problem is the fishing boo. RNG tends to be a little bit inconsistent and it can get you killed. Here I don't actually save the first time because I want to make sure I can clear this whole section before even trying to do a save. So if you're wondering why I'm not saving on the actual ledge between the boos, I am intentionally trying to see if I can actually get through a gap by any chance. Because there is a pretty good space between the boos, so yeah, I can see that I can clear it, so I just go ahead and save here because I know I have enough time to get through here. Yeah, just a little, like, not failsafe, but like a little caution that I would recommend to try to, you know, see if you can make an obstacle. Even if it's kind of obnoxious, you don't want to save prematurely and you get locked in a corner, because that can happen quite a bit, especially in the next level. You'll see what I mean. And then we just on this part for a little bit, because this part also is not that easy because you're having to dodge 4 different objects at once. I kind of decided to wait a little bit, I think, is how I get past it, like wait till the screen scrolls a little bit more. And like, if I had saved right there, that would have been really bad. I would have had to replay the entire level. That's a good save, sort of. At this point, you have to use the little ghost dinos to get over to this section. The boots I think are just for show. I'm not 100% sure if they're just a graphical effect or if they can actually hurt you in that part. That's weird how you sometimes can have a really good run, but it'll get interrupted and then you have to actually start over. But that's actually all of Special Stage 3. It's really short, surprisingly so. And there are only 4 special worlds levels, by the way, I should also be pointing out. And the last one is a complete pain in the butt. And it's actually very glitchy. I think we see a glitch immediately. You'll see why. You're supposed to spin jump off of a flame at the very beginning of the level. Sometimes the flame goes the wrong way. I don't know what causes that, but sometimes the flame goes the wrong way, so all you can do is die and restart. So, that's a well-known glitch in this game. It's not uncommon. Here the flame's going the right way, so we can actually progress. I don't make another save any closer because this is like really tight, like frame perfect kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know if it is frame perfect. As I've said before, it just feels frame perfect because of how much precision you need. This part stinks. I couldn't decide if I want to say stinks or sucks, so I kind of said both by accident. I would be very hesitant to save here. What you have to do is just kind of just jump and then land back on the platform. You typically have to get kind of a running jump. This surprisingly doesn't take me longer than I would have expected, except the hidden block. This part's also known for a glitch. Right as you enter this area, there's also another glitch. If the Koopa makes too many rotations, I guess would be the word, or too many like loops, because he will just be pacing back and forth in that spot. If he does it too many times, there's this weird glitch where you cannot actually use the shell to kill the Thwomp, which is why I don't save until I make sure that I can take out the Koopa easily. I've seen this happen quite a few times. It happened to me like twice off screen. So yeah, don't save when the Koopa's on the screen, basically, would be my advice, or just save when he first appears, like immediately when he first appears, to give yourself maximum time. Here, don't jump, just run off the platform and you should land on the next one. In theory, it takes kind of a running jump, which you don't have much room to do a running start. I'm just trying to save frames, basically, and it's costing more time than it's saving. And here's another tricky section. Basically, spin jump here. You want to spin jump in case you land on a Thwomp. Again, I would say take this castle in sections, and don't save. Also, there's a chomper wall, so you want to be on the right side of the platform. Here's another trick. Yeah. Make sure you do not dawdle here to get the coins. They'll do anything for you. Here, your first instinct might be to jump like that, but you don't want to. Use the invincibility frames from the spike in the previous room to basically make it across. And then you get the door. This is the final area, and this is actually at 4 times speed because this takes me about 10 minutes. Like, it's literally like 10 minutes in the original recording. Like, I don't even have really much of a strategy for this because of how, like, iffy some of it is. Because there's so many variables and the timing. Because you have, the Purdubu, you have the Bullet Bill, you have the Koopa, you have the Bowser statue, you have the spikes going up and down. So it is actually very difficult to really map out a routing for this. My advice is what I do in the video, which is try to take out the shell, which as you can see goes very well at first. If the Purdubu and the flame from the statue are giving you trouble, my advice would also be to wait until a few rounds of the Purdubu and the fire, just to see if because they're not in sync with each other. So just kind of, you know, wait until they're synced up, basically. The pattern that's actually doable. This is what I do a couple times. I just gotta sit around. I was thinking about cutting out, but I decided to leave this in just because to sort of more realistically depict how this game is. I tried to do a trick here where I jump over the fireball from the right and also dodge the putaboo, which, as you can see, is going really well. At one point, I just give up. I don't remember where that point is exactly, but at one point I do give up. Here, I give up and just basically decide to, you know, wait until after a certain putaboo passes and then try again. Just different timing. Also, you can spin jump on the flame as seen previously, so viable strat is to use the flame to get out of this little spot, you know. See, now the timing is a little bit more synced up. No way that'll actually work, hopefully. Actually no, that was bad. At some point I just, yeah, give up and then just sit around for a little while. Because this is very, like, frame perfect, a lot of this, especially at the very end. But oddly enough, again, the end gave me no trouble. If I'd spin jump on that flame, I would have been able to make it back up, which is what I decided to keep trying. So I decided to try to destroy the shell very quickly and then spin jump off the flame to get back up into safety. As you can and here I actually made a save state in a very precarious spot, and actually it paid off for once. So now I just waited out basically. Try to go under the putaboo because I have seen videos where people have to go under a putaboo, but I did discover very quickly that this timing does not work. So I decided to go after. But see, you can, as soon as the putaboo leaves, you can basically see there's a tiny amount of room. So see there, I make it over to the spike, but then still die on the overhead spike. So that's basically like my clue that I'm onto something, sort of. And then now it's just a matter of execution, because I know I have the timing right. It's just a matter of actually pulling it off. That's the tricky part. And here we go back to normal speed because I actually make it up there. And now this part gives me a little bit of trouble, but this is also very tight because of the bullet bill, and that's actually the game. So as of this moment, we basically cleared Kaizo Mario, but there's some bonus secrets. There's actually a hidden level for completing Star Road, because it takes you out to somewhere else, like in the original. All there is this one level. I do not know what any of these levels say, I should also point out. Okay, this level is a trap. If you grab the feather, you cannot get out. You are stuck. So to basically clear it, also it's the worst kind of Mario death because you have to actually wait out the timer, which takes forever. So just glitch level. There's some things that's supposed to happen, but I think it glitched, so I had to do the level twice. Again, I'm not sure if that was in this recording. Yeah, it was in this recording. I think. Was it? Yeah, the world did not change color. So I decided to play the level one more time, because in the original, if you go clear Star Road, the palette of the world changes, and some of the enemies change too. So I decided to basically just try the level again to see if the palette would change, and it did. Last but not least, there's actually a hidden secret. There's actually one of those little bonus games, the little bonus slot games, which you don't really see because you don't get that many points at the end, but there is actually a secret. Once you've beaten everything, there's like this weird glitchy thing that happens. This is totally intended, by the way. If you go up here, you'll see this animation where it looks like you come down and then go back up again, and then you basically end up off the map. And if you go into this level, you basically have this little slot minigame from the original. Kinda nice, huh? Good way to get 1-ups. There's only one problem though. The timer never runs out, because there is no timer, and it never fades to black, so you're stuck here forever. So that is the game. So that's it for this one. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more, whatever the heck we play, probably, I'll just say Paper Mario because that's the next thing that's coming out. So yeah, thanks again for putting up with this long delayed project, and I don't have anything else to say, so I'm ending it now.